Hey everybody, poor quality home job quarantine haircut trainer Liam here. How are you all doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome back to another episode of Pokemon WTF Moments. I don't really need to explain this series at this point, but for those who are brand new here, welcome by the way. Thanks for joining us. But this is just a series where we go through the Pokemon anime. I have a look at what's stupid about it. I have a look at what's like incorrect about it. I have a look at some stuff and just take the piss out of it anyway. And we all have a nice good laugh because we all need a bit of fun right now. Don't take the series too seriously because some people take it really seriously and it like sucks the fun out of it. Don't do that. Stop. Don't do that. All right? Don't do it. Let's go for a like goal on this video. Let's go for 1,000 likes if we can on this video. Of course, subscribe if you're new so you never miss an episode. And please share this series with all of your friends. And as always, use code ACE to save yourself some money on G Fuel. This is the beautiful peach iced tea. The first flavor I ever tried. First flavor I ever fell in love with. And yeah, I think I'm going to use that Metal Gear Solid noise from now on because I really like it. So without further ado, let's have a look at the WTF moments for Pokemon Season 1, Episode 10, Bulbasaur and the Hidden Village. What the fuck? So the episode starts with our 3 heroes lost in a forest. 3 Pokemon trainers, 2 of which are seasoned gym leaders, are out on an adventure and not one of them has packed a map or a compass. Way to come prepared. Ash goes to catch an Oddish and Misty stops him and says she should be the one to catch it. Ash's argument is that he saw it first and Misty's argument is that they found the Oddish near water and water is her speciality. That's like saying Brock should catch it because a second ago they were all sitting on rocks. It's a really stupid argument. Misty's Starmie uses a not very effective water gun to weaken the Oddish without fainting it and absolutely batters it with a tackle attack to boot. And that's it. That's the WTF moment. Misty Starmie actually being useful. A wild Bulbasaur steps in and bats away the Pokeball, stopping Oddish from being captured, and as it stands between them and the Oddish, Ash asks, "What is that?" It's a Bulbasaur. You know, literally the first Pokemon you dreamt of having as your starter in the first episode of this series. How short's this kid's memory?
Well, actually, Liam, it's probably more likely that Ash hadn't fully seen what was going on and therefore was asking what is that to find out what all the commotion was.
Oh, come off it. He was watching the whole thing. Plus, it's way more fun to assume that Ash is dumb as fuck. According to the Pokedex, researchers are unsure whether to classify Bulbasaur as a plant or an animal. Why not just dissect one? If it's got lungs and stuff, it's probably an animal. I know it's meant to be like 3.5 feet tall, and Misty at like just over 5 foot, hunched over a bit, probably matches up size-wise with Starmie, but it just looks bloody massive. One thing that's for sure though is at 174 pounds, Starmie would have knocked Misty clean over. Bulbasaur literally blows Butterfree's sleep powder back at it, and it connects. Bulbasaur with magic bounce? What kind of hackery is this? Remember how everyone was lost in the forest? Well, it turns out Brock had a map the whole time, but conveniently, Brock's map doesn't have the area they're in on it. Why? Because anime. Brock is dead. Let's have a moment of silence for our dearly departed Brock. So apparently Ash has enough upper body strength to not only carry his own weight, but also add on Pikachu's weight and Misty's weight and carry all that weight from the center of the bridge to the edge of the cliff. Ash Ketchum, what an absolute chad. Although apparently all that heavy lifting drained the color from his gloves. It turns out Team Rocket have heard about a secret village in the forest that Ash and the gang are in. I know they're meant to be written into the plot somehow, but this is far too ham-fistedly convenient. Ash considers the possibility of Brock washing down river out into the sea and being captured by pirates, and Misty tells him he has a crazy imagination. What would she have rather, he said.
Oh gee, Misty, I think Brock might be dead.
Oh look, Brock's fine. Brock apparently carries a big-ass hunting knife. Pass it on. This is Melanie. Melanie pronounces Pokemon, Pokemon. Like Solomon, Melanie is a sociopath. Misty hints that Brock might be attracted to Melanie, and Brock gets all red-faced and embarrassed, and I'm just thinking, this really isn't the Brock that I remember. It turns out Melanie was the one that set the traps that Ash and Misty kept getting caught in on the way to the village. Melanie is a sociopath. So Melanie's excuse for all the traps that she set is that there are so many sick and injured Pokemon in her hidden village that she needs to protect them. Could just take them to a Pokemon Center, but sure, whatever keeps the police off your back. Apparently the bridge that broke when Ash, Misty and Brock were crossing it was also a trap set by Melanie. But surely gimmicking the bridge that is the only way in and out of the village is a really inconvenient thing to do. I mean, you can't really tell me honestly that Melanie never leaves the village. I can think of at least one product she needs to leave the village for at least once a month. Brock tells Ash and Misty that he's promised Melanie that they won't catch any Pokemon while they're in the village, and Misty jokes about them sealing the promise with a kiss, and Brock proceeds to punch her violently in the head twice. Jesus, all that pent up anger from his dad leaving's finally coming out, and in a very unhealthy way. Direct quote from Misty.
Only bad guys try and capture sick Pokemon.
This coming from a girl who got excited when her Starmie was weakening an Oddish earlier in the episode. Two-faced little cow. Misty apologizes to Oddish for trying to catch it, but let's face it, she's only doing that because she's been told she's not allowed to catch it. If she'd have caught it before Bulbasaur turned up, she wouldn't have given a toss. Ash breaks up this emotional moment by telling Misty she's always been heartless. This coming from the guy who destroyed this poor girl's bike and is making her follow him around the region because he's not willing to pay the damages. Ash and Misty start arguing and Bulbasaur runs in and bashes Misty to the ground, even though she was literally just trying to clear the air with Oddish. Bulbasaur's like that one teacher in school that never sees the bullies bother you, but always sees you retaliate and somehow you end up in detention. So it turns out Bulbasaur is the main protector of this village. I'd love to see it protect the village against an Arcanine or a Magmar. Despite being told several times that Ash and co aren't in the village to catch Pokemon, Bulbasaur still tries to push Ash into leaving. Come on, mate, there's a difference between being the noble protector of the village and just being an ignorant arsehole. Team Rocket turn up aboard Arsenal Gear. Team Rocket are aligned with the
Lalilulelo.
Confirmed. You ever stop and wonder how Team Rocket can afford all this tech? Like, surely this can't all just be stolen. Oh look, Bulbasaur, Ash is helping you save Oddish. Maybe now you'll stop being a mardy little bitch. So before, Bulbasaur needed Ash's help to resist the vacuum on normal power. Then when Team Rocket turn up the power of the suction on the vacuum and point the nozzle above the roof of the shack that they're in, Bulbasaur can suddenly withstand it. How's it suddenly so strong? When Ash sends out Pidgeotto and it uses Gust, it just makes me picture the voice actor inside the recording booth, just yelling Pidgeotto over and over again. Great take there, Megami, great take. Maybe one more time. Pidgeotto's Gust attack can apparently create tornadoes. I thought it was just a gust of wind. Oh, look who's everyone's friend all of a sudden. It's nice to see you without a face like a slapped arse. Right, this whole explanation of Ash obtaining Bulbasaur is complete bollocks. Melanie thinks that Bulbasaur should go with Ash because that's the only way its bulb will grow, even though I'm pretty sure it just needs water and sunlight for that. She then says it's done a great job protecting the village, but now the village is too safe, and therefore the Pokemon that go there to heal never end up wanting to leave. But surely once Bulbasaur leaves, the village is going to get absolutely trashed, and then Melanie won't be able to help anyone. It's a really stupid way to write Bulbasaur into Ash's team. I feel like they could have found a much better reason for why it's suddenly okay for the village's strongest protector to just up and leave. Bulbasaur does have one condition. It wants to battle Ash before it will join the team. Wouldn't it have been amazing if Bulbasaur had just swept him and then stuck around at the village? After Bulbasaur absolutely pulverizes Pikachu, Thunderbolt, that Bulbasaur resists, somehow decimates it. Ash catches Bulbasaur on the first Pokeball. Not bad considering Bulbasaur's got a 45 catch rate, so basically an 11% chance. Brock offers to stay in the village to protect it in Bulbasaur's place, and instantly gets shot down. Can't blame him for shooting his shot though. Ash tells Bulbasaur that it will see its friends again, and his reasoning is once they feel better, they'll leave the village. I mean, sure, yeah, they might leave the village, but what happens if they get killed before Bulbasaur sees them again? Ash watches on as Brock suffocates Misty for making jokes about him and Melanie. Doesn't that make him an accessory to the crime? As the episode ends, the narrator tells us he hopes that Ash and the gang don't take any more shortcuts on the way to Vermilion City, or they might never get there. Hate to break it to you, mate, but there's still a couple of starter Pokemon Ash needs to pick up on the way, so buckle up. So that's my rundown of the WTF moments for Pokemon Season 1, Episode 10, Bulbasaur and the Hidden Village. If I missed any, let me know down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, if you want to support the channel like these lovely people down here doing these horrible times, pledge to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/AceTrainerLiam. And save money on G Fuel. Use code ACE. But until next time, I'm Ace Trainer Liam. Keep on training.